Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today it's time for another review video. And today we got the ARZOPA Z1FC. This is a portable monitor with 16 inches and 144 Hz. Today we're gonna take a look what's inside of this little box and of course do a quick review on the specs of this 16-inch monitor and see what this little beauty is capable of. So without further ado, let's get started. So, and right on top, beside this little foam right here, we got the monitor itself. As you can see, this is a 16-inch panel, as I already told you, but we're gonna leave it to the end. First, let's take a look at the accessories, and later we're gonna take a look at the monitor itself. So as for the rest of the accessories, there's nothing too much special. So we got this little warranty card, of course, then the basic user guide. It's always good to have a look to know basically how the connections go, how it works between different devices and the different cables. For the cables, we have three cables. This first, the USB-C to USB-A, a USB-C to USB-C, and an HDMI to mini HDMI. Now, for the most important, of course, the 16-inch monitor. So as you can see right here, it appears to be slim. It's also, I can feel it, it's whole metal and it's quite light, so yeah, it's a good thing to have, so not quite heavy. We can also already see this is a matte panel, so not glossy, and of course we can already see on this little sticker in front some of the main specs of this monitor: the 144 Hz IPS screen, HDR, 1080p resolution, and of course we have the Type-C and HDMI connection, which are really nice. So yeah, overall they are good specs, but we need to test it. And as you can see, I didn't know it, but it seems to have also speakers, at least for this little holes right here. It have on both sides, so yeah, it's another good thing to have. As for the inputs and other details, so we have on bottoms these little rubbers to help the monitor stay in place. As for the stand, we will have a look in a minute. As for the buttons, as I was saying, they are all in the left side along with the inputs, and these buttons I kinda like them. They are almost flush with the metal. And for the inputs we have a micro HDMI and two USB-C, and that's all, nothing more. So I noticed that this monitor doesn't have the 4 holes for the bezel mounting. I have reviewed some of these type of monitors in the past for other brands, and they all have the bezel mountings, and I think the users kinda like it, so I'm not quite sure if the ARZOPA made a good choice here not including this, but we will see it in the comments. Please let me know what you think about it. And another cool thing that I like is the slim bezels all around the monitor. Of course, the bottom one needs to be thicker, but the other three looks really slim, and yeah, it's always a good thing to have slim bezels, so it's a plus in this monitor as well. As for the stand, as you can see, this monitor has a really slim and minimal stand. Just this 2 centimeters piece of metal. It is whole metal, and once you close it, as you can see, it sits flush to the monitor itself, which is all metal as well. It may look a little bit fragile, but once you open and close, you can feel the hinges, or the hinge in this case, only one. It's really strong. You can use it every positions you want, that it will remain almost closed or fully open without any problem. But I think it only be possible to know if that design is good after a few months of use, and whatever the hinge itself is also good. But for a first impression, it seems fine to me. I like the design, and I like the way the stand sits flush with the metal on the back of the monitor, so it seems okay to me. Another thing I prefer in these monitors and I like more are the matte screens. They are much better when it comes to dirt, and fingerprints are much less noticeable. You can still see them, but much less. And with the introduction done, all that's left now is to remove this sticker and get the monitor ready for testing. But before that, let's take a look at the main features of this monitor on the ARZOPA's website. So I think it is fair to say that the standout feature of this monitor it is the 144Hz refresh rate on the 16.1-inch Full HD panel with its 1080p resolution, which make this option or this monitor an excellent option for gaming. In terms of inputs or connection, there isn't much to add. As I mentioned earlier, we have two USB-C ports as well a mini HDMI port to connect this monitor to your devices. So, moving on, we also have some interesting features like low blue light and HDR10 in 16.9 aspect ratio. We also have 8-bit color with 300 nits of brightness, 16.7 million colors, and we also have a contrast ratio of 1200 to 1 and of course 100% sRGB. And of course, behind all the features that I have already mentioned and that we have seen, this monitor is compatible with basically all devices that have a USB-C or a mini HDMI or HDMI output. Of course, this device is also compatible with mobile phones as long as they have what is called a full-feature USB-C output. And of course, you can use this monitor on the landscape or in a portrait mode, especially if you use it connected to your computer. Well, and with all the features now thoroughly explored, let's go ahead and connect this monitor to my MacBook, my 15-inch MacBook Air, and see what this monitor is really capable of. In this case, as the Mac has a full-feature USB-C port, all you need is a USB-C cable and nothing more, no power, nothing. The power and the image will be provided through the USB-C cable. So all you need to do is connect the USB-C cable and you should be good to go. And as you can see, the monitor powers right up, no extra cables needed. The first impressions looks really good, but I think we can and we should do some personal adjustments to our personal preferences. That's exactly what I'm gonna do right now, and for that you can use these buttons on the left side and you can adjust the brightness, the contrast, the volume, etc. And after that we can do some proper tests. So now comparing to my MacBook, I think it's pretty close, the brightness and the color, so yeah, let's do some testing. So I'm filming this with an iPhone 12, not even the Pro version, the standard version, and the pictures or the filming are raw pictures, no color editing, nothing. From iPhone directing to Final Cut Pro directing to YouTube. And comparing the ARZOPA to my MacBook Air that has one of the best screens in the world, I think that's not bad. Especially the blacks on the ARZOPA are amazingly good. The colors on the Mac are slightly vibrant than the ARZOPA. Of course, the ARZOPA also have a matte screen that might have some impact on that, but other than that, as you can see, the colors look very vibrant as well, really sharp. The brightness and the contrast are on my personal preferences. but as you can see, it looks really nice comparing to the MacBook Air, and the blacks, as I told you, are amazingly good. So for the first impressions, this ARZOPA monitor, for the price, it's really step up the level. And of course, as an IPS screen, there's no problem at all with the viewing angles. It's good in every single angle as well. Although it's considered a gaming monitor, we can use it as a secondary or even primary monitor for a computer, as I'm doing here for Photoshop, Final Cut Pro or other programs, because it has extremely good image quality, as we have already seen, so it's also a very good option for that purpose. However, since it's a monitor developed more for gaming due to its 144 Hz refresh rate, of course I have to test it in that area, so I'm going to connect to my custom Xbox One S and we'll play a bit to see how it performs as well. In this case we'll need two cables, one of these HDMI to mini HDMI cable, this one right here, and the other one is for powering the screen. In this case we'll use the USB-C cable. Then we can use it either USB-C to USB-C cable or a USB-C to a USB-C-A cable, depending on type of the power adapter we're going to use. I'm telling this because the power adapter doesn't come including in the monitor, so you have to provide your own. Normally a 30-watt one is a good choice, because if you force the brightness to the maximum, if you use a lower wattage one, you can have some trouble. So a 30 watts or a 20 watts is a good choice for these kind of monitors. The setup is pretty straightforward. Of course, this time you will end up with two cables on the left, mini HDMI and USB-C. It is also like a normal monitor, power and image signal, so nothing special here. And along with the video capabilities of this monitor, we also gonna check the speakers as well. So let's go. And of course it's quite hard for me to show you the capabilities of this monitor here on video, special recording with an iPhone, but as you can see it's quite good, especially with 144 Hz. The image quality, I already spoke about it early in this video, so there's nothing too much that I can have at this moment, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with this monitor. But let's run another test in another device. In this case, as you can see right here, I have one of your favorite projects that I've done, my acrylic computer, and the setup is pretty much the same: mini HDMI and USB-C cable. I tried to power up the monitor directly via USB from the computer. It works, but it's sometimes flickering, so the USB doesn't have the power to maintain the monitor stable, so I have to add the power adapter again. But yeah, no problems then. It's running with another power adapter that I have already. It's done, it's ready, so let's play. Just a quick note about the speakers: they're not certainly the best in the world, but they are good enough for playing at home, on a trip, or a friend's house. They do the job perfectly well. Of course, they have limited volume and sound quality, but for a quick fix, or a quick use, let's say it, they are more than enough. However, despite having built-in speakers, I think this monitor has a drawback. As for me, it's a quite big one, which is a lack of headphone jack. I test other monitors that do include this feature. Of course, if we are talking about PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 or an Xbox, you can connect the headphones direct to the controller, but if you're using another type of computers, or example a PlayStation 3, which doesn't support that option, then you either play without sound or you can't use headphones at all. And I believe this is important, and since the monitor already has speakers, it could very well include an headphone jack direct on the monitor. Well, for pure gaming, or if you're using it exclusively for gaming, or even for a project you've just completed that requires a versatile monitor, or just to use as a secondary monitor connected to a laptop, this Z1FC from ARZOPA is definitely a good option, considering these features and the price it's available at. I believe the 16.1-inch size is a good and interesting choice. The fact, of course, it has 144Hz refresh rate is undoubtedly one of the best features, especially for gaming. It's extremely light, under 1 kg. The ultra thin bezel all around, as well as the monitor's overall slim profile, are impressive. The full metal build and the stand, which feels quite sturdy despite being slim, are also strong points. All these features, along with others we looked earlier, make this monitor very appealing for prices below $200. I think is one of the best options currently in the market if you are looking for a portable monitor of this kind. The link for this monitor is in the description below, and also if you have any doubts, feel free to leave it in the comments or just email me. As always, thank you for watching. I hope I can see you in the next one.